Chala's out on the window for a crossfire being established, and Dan is still holding up inside a projector who could be Chala's intended target. But Dan's been so accurate with his shots, they almost managed to take him down, but Chala does get him. Pojo toiling, twisting, and turning by the long desk. He'll back away and watch over towards yellow. He trades off Chala. Geo falls, so Pojo will need to clutch out. Not a ton of time left to do it with. He knows there's one down below, and he'll make a ton of noise. Might as well be a herd of elephants. He gets finished off by Always, and Empire open things up with a round. Has an escape route out of the cubby and towards safety.
Now you know where not to nade if you're trying to collapse the player. Look at this though, Scyther, he will be collapsed upon. And there's another by yellow, that's Joystick trying to support his teammate. The AK-12 in the hands of Bolo, a fearsome weapon. But speaking of time, only 30 seconds left.
Holding this tight angle, Pojo sees the barrel of the Alda, by the way. He knows that somebody's still there, so grenade goes out.
Frag grenade out.
Oh. And it downs Always, and he can capitalize off of this, knowing that he's got the down finished off. Nicely played by Pojo, man. Shepard is the only one to stop a flawless round from TSM right now as the diffuser is being planted. Marks come in, so he has intel. We haven't seen a flawless in a while. It seems like in the midst of this desperation, they can stop it, and Shepard will do just that. Crosses through and takes out Geo. He's got the diffuser, only 35 seconds ahead of him. Not a ton that he can do.
No.
Buried inside a cafeteria.
There it is.
Finished off by players. TSM will have to go back onto drone to try to figure this one out. Dan, he was good in that first round. In the third round, he gets the opening pick onto Bolo, burying him on yellow stairs. From above, Pojo man waiting, droning it out. There's nobody playing by white van right now. Grenade gets dropped, it goes off, it does not hit the target it wants to, and Geo's gonna die because of the Banshee that he can't shoot away at. He's slowed in the smoke, and that's a capitalization for Empire. Scyther swings onto Chala though, dies, and it's another smoke kill coming in. Shepard doing excellent work, and he'll look for one more. He and Dan both have 2 kills apiece. The Chief from above isn't gonna give them a 5th, and Empire takes their second round.
For TSM.
Yeah. Whether the Nitro Cell is there or not, Bolo stands over top of it. There were some issues with the Selma on the wall and the projector. Dan goes down. There's been a dedicated effort from Pojo to try and deal with that, but it's just Chief the one credited with it. This run out from Joystick also gives his position away, so the call from TSM is that there's 3 people in there, and there goes a Nitro Cell from Scyther, used so effectively. In the midst of the smoke is Pojo. No! They keep going down to these toxic canisters. They cannot be committing those mistakes time and time again. The good news for TSM is that you're at a 3v3. Bolo almost missing his shots, but he lands it and always pops up and refrags onto his teammate, getting him, avenging him on his behalf. Chala achieved versus Always and Shepard. That's what it stands at the moment. And there goes the Aruni gate. Chala not wanting to give away his position nor any particular HP, but that entire punch hole setup from Shepard will be his undoing. Empire looking to extend their lead now, and they'll do just that with Shepard being the superstar performer. That's 3-1 for Empire. The Chief knows there's somebody playing behind that deployable shield, and the smoke goes out. These have been particularly deadly against TSM. Where are the ADSs? That'll be the real question. We know there was 2 upstairs. They'll need to take care of that deployable shield that Scyther is playing behind. Pojo man fighting Shadows. He's with Geo as they are now inside of the site. Geo will attempt the plant. You need full coverage from TSM, and the good news is that you've got the numbers advantage. Always punished for it. Pojo standing sentinel over top, and the diffuser goes down. Scyther sneaking up from the back, but there's too many angles to watch, and TSM bounce back as they close the gap between them and Empire.
Yeah. Wait out the time. We've seen Empire utilize that on defense already.
Oh, absolutely. But achieved, that's not what you want. Are we going to get more from Joystick? Geo, how do you miss those shots? You had a clear line of sight on. He's ever closer to getting on in. Another toxic canister goes off. Shepard has been especially deadly with those so far today. Bolo finds the first kill for TSM. He needs some more than that, or Chala does rather. Chala's still there, but Joystick has the flank. He's perfectly prepared for it. That's a 4K for him to seal the deal, and very coincidentally give his team the 4th round of the first half.
Open.
Unlucky timing. In goes the clone of Yana, gets shot away at. As you saw that Shamika launcher being put in from Chala, who's now down and dead. Dan walks right in, and that is a triumphant entrance. He's looking for more, but Geo says no thank you. Always is there as Empire just bursts into the site. All of a sudden, they have a huge and sizable advantage. They've still got 4 bodies up, and Shepard will do what needs to be done to get that diffuser planted. As the gunfire rains through the floor, Achieved will now try to outduel Scyther. He does a successful job of that, but the diffuser gets planted nonetheless. Bolo, what are you going to be able to do? Nothing. Shepard says, good night. Take care. Achieved now in a 1v3 from above. He knows how dire this could be. Empire putting in an absolute clinic on this very first round, and will prompt Achieved to go somewhere entirely different than we were originally expecting. All the while, the time is continuing to waste down, and there's almost no chance he's going to be able to make it there. 7 seconds is how long it takes to get to the diffuser, or to get the disable off, and we're already at the 12-second mark.
Yeah, I think it's physically impossible at this point. He'll challenge with Shepard and round over.
Not much has happened. Pojo does get droned out, and in Bathroom, he's not going to make it anywhere in a hurry except for dead. No, Geo, what on earth? You can't be doing that. Chala will now just look at the smoldering carcass of a round. An ace clutch will be needed for him. Oh, but he's playing this one perfectly. There's opportunities for another, and there it is, but his position has been given away inside of security. Oh, and he just needs one more. Are we about to see it? An ace clutch lined up, but no! So close, and Scyther shuts him down. You know Chala was feeling it, and he played it almost perfectly. But Empire moved to match point. Gone. He'll have to get out of there, as you can still hear the telltale sounds of that G36C on the balcony, as that's where Dan is posted up. This is a slow round from Empire. They realize what's on the line here. They don't need to rush it.
Ooh, downstairs, Chala will fight Joystick and win it out. Top performer for his team, and he's giving them what they need, as Scyther also goes down at top Visa stairs, likely to Achieved.
Achieved has the angle here. I don't know if Scyther is retrievable, and with only 30 seconds left, the priority for Empire might be to look elsewhere than to try and get Yana back up on her feet. Pojo Man taken out by Always, so it is technically a 4v4, despite the fact that Scyther is immobile and can't really do anything. Dan still on this balcony, gets challenged by Bolo. That's not a fight that Bolo usually loses, but he does anyway. Chala securing onto Scyther, so a 3v3. 10 seconds remaining. Always gets caught as he vaults on out. Geo a big double piece, and that's Diffuser down as well. Dan is miles away, so there's no chance he's going to be able to get in. Impactless frags are all he can accumulate, and he'll get one before Achieved shuts the door on a potential comeback.
On the far bathroom side, and now Bolo's got to fight a totally different angle.
Unless Bolo wants to drop, and that might be the case here. Bolo picks up Joystick. Shepard goes down, or Geo goes down to Shepard. Bolo's just still playing off of the same spot. Pistol out. A third lined up for him. Swings around, but he times it incorrectly. The duel will continue to go down through those slats. Bolo will be able to see. There's plenty of time to reload. But he's been able to narrow down the numbers for Empire, and they're now the ones who trail. Bolo still playing behind the shield. Dan looking to collect, but nobody can. Bolo putting in work. A fourth kill for him, maybe.
And I don't know if you can hear us, but everything has just crashed, from the server to the computers to the stage. So the round will hit 0.
1 hour later.
Almost falls victim to Scyther, who's going to use a ton of ammunition to tear through that floor. Bolo is still all off on his own.
Look at this time, though. Only two C4s expended. No kills from either, but there's only 45 seconds as well. Oh, through the floor, no visual. Down goes Achieved, and that's, oh gosh, that's your pulse.
That's huge for the final 30 seconds now, and Empire have the advantage that they needed earlier on, assessing what they can do with this. A Nitro Cell should be ready at some point, but are they blind? That's the real question. Shepard getting that diffuser down, and he will do so successfully. Bolo trying to get back to the site, punished by Dan, and Empire have now a 2-man lead. From above, that'll grow to 3, as Always shuts down Chala, and it seems like TSM's run here in Mexico is effectively over. Pojo gets one on the Joystick, but there's 4 more bodies to find, and they'll find him first. A big victory for Empire as they look to make it out of the groups and into the playoffs on Friday. As for TSM, enjoy the flight home.